Hi, welcome to my channel, Josh Gordon Music. This is a Line 6 HX Stomp XL video. Now, it's a preset I've created for live use where you're going to use the send from the unit into a real amplifier, and then you're going to line out into front of house, or if it's, you're doing a bar gig with your band, into your PA. All right, so I don't have a link in the description box for this preset, because this isn't really about the preset itself, like the tones. It's about the setup and the utility of it. If you do like the preset, drop me a line. I have my email contact somewhere there, or leave me a comment, and I can get it to you if you really like it that much. Anyways, so I'm using this preset for upcoming gigs that I have this weekend with my country rock trio, Dirt Road Highway. So we like to mic everything. We're just, obviously I said trio, so we're a three-piece, and we like having the, everything mic'd, and even some of the drums, and having a nice mix on stage. So with some thought and deliberation and testing, I wanted to use my Line 6 power cab, but I'm just really liking tube amps right now. So I was going to use my Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, but both venues, I have a gig Friday and Saturday, both require walking up some stairs. And, using a heavy amp is not a terrible problem to walk up these stairs with, but I wanted to have a nice, lighter, compact rig. That's why I wanted to use the power cab, because it's lighter weight. I think it's, about 30 pounds or something, compared to my Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, which is like 45 pounds. Anyways, I decided I'm going to use my Koch Studio Tone 20. I've used it before for gigs, and actually of one of these venues I'm playing, I've played at earlier this year in January, and I did use the Koch, and it was great. And it weighs enough itself. It's probably about 30 pounds or so. But anyways, lighter than a Hot Rod Deluxe, more compact, probably 2/3 of the size, 2/3 less of the size or something. So anyways, but I also wanted, I wanted to use that, and wanted to run it into the PA. So here's this little preset I came up with. And so let's have a little walkthrough, and I'll do some playing. And it covers, it's supposed to cover all kinds of tones, like clean. I got some chorus, I have some delay. I have a couple of drives for, if I want a light drive, and then I want to stack it for some of the heavier rock stuff that we'd slip in. And I have a lead boost. Very simple setup, but it works. And I will, before we get into the preset, let's have a quick look, and I'll show you. I'll just switch between the two, and I'll have it coming through my studio monitors and the amp. So let's have a quick look. Okay, so that was a brief little sound sample of the idea. Okay, so you have your effects going into the amp, but then you actually have the effects plus amp and cab and some reverb going into the front of house, and so let's walk through it, and you'll see you'll see the madness here. Okay, so let's start. So excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. So as always, I have my noise gate on. I didn't really tinker with anything much here. I just flicked it on because this guitar that I'm using, not too noisy. I mean, it gets noisy with the single in the coil in the neck, but this is a Paul Reed Smith S2 Vela semi-hollow satin, and it's fantastic because this is quite a versatile guitar. It's kind of like a thin line Telly and an SG had a baby and got together here. And it covers all the bases I would need, or I think one would need for a country rock band, because this British, pickup, you pop up the tone knob and then, split coil, so you can have your single coil Telly-ish sounds if you need, and if not, keep that thing popped down, and you can get some nice rock humbucker style. So let's keep going. So I have my drives, the Tube Screamerish one, and I have a Boss Stuper OD. So I stacked them. Here's a lead boost. I've added a gain block, chorus block, and I have a delay block. And then here's the key now for where we're going to split the signal, right? So I have an amp. I'm just using a Moon normal, and it's an amp cab block. And I also put in a reverb block here because by splitting the signal here, the signal is going to split here. So anything before here, this is all going to hit my amp, okay? And then so the instruction for this block is then and it's going to, like, this goes to the send, right? To the send output here. So that's going, everything before it goes right to the amp. So then the line out one here, I'm using the main out left, that captures everything here, right? So then the line out will include this amp and cab, and I used this because I was running out of blocks, and I wanted a reverb just in case. You know, your PA system, usually the front of house, they can do that for you. So you could switch this verb block into, you know, you could have one amp block and one cab block. But whatever, I just slapped this together quickly, and I liked it. So let's hear some of it. Yeah, here we're clean here. So let's just play a little bit. Okay, there's a bunch of noodling there, but that gives you a little sound of what front of house would get. Okay, just, you know. Anyways, this is a good utility, I think. You know, if that's the setup you want to go some into the PA, and you want that real amp on stage, this will do the trick. This kind of setup, and obviously your choices of drives or effects here will vary, whatever suits your band's needs or your musical needs. But the key is having this this block, all right, this send L, right? That's what you need to throw in here. And I split the path here, and you don't need to do that. These things could be up here in path A, but I put them in path B because sometimes I like a visual representation, like a separation too, so it's very clear to me, like, okay, so this is where the amp and everything else that's going to front of house resides. So everything here just for the amp. Anyways, this video's become a little longer than I anticipated, but it's a good utility preset for me, and this is probably going to be changing, and who knows, in a couple months I'll do something else. But there you have it. That's a nice, easy way so that you can run to the amp and run to front of house. Okay? So as always, I appreciate all the viewers, returning and new viewers. I appreciate the like. Give the video a like. It helps the channel. And all the positive comments have been great. All your feedback has been great. We're getting closer to 1K subscribers, so let's get that goal this year. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you'll know when the next video comes out. So thanks again, everybody. Drop a comment, and we'll see you in the next video.